What's up, everybody? Mixer Madness here for the Monday Night Wars. This is the WWF side, week 68 of the Wars, the 196th episode of Raw. Ratings were at 2.6 for Raw, 3.1 for Nitro. WCW wins for the 31st week in a row. So now after this week's loss, the total scoreboard is 17 wins for the WWF, 49 losses, 2 draws. This is the first Raw ever that went 2 hours. It took place from the Sky Dome in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and it was known as Royal Rumble Raw. Why? Probably to sell more tickets in that Sky Dome. 25,000 strong were there. McMahon, Jim Ross, and Doc Hendricks do commentary. We open the show with a clip of the 1997 Royal Rumble finish, even though that was a couple weeks ago. We open the show with wrestling-wise, with Vader with Paul Bearer, his new manager, versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a tough man competition. They've been meaning to have this tough man competition for a while between Vader and Austin. They were supposed to do it the night after Survivor Series, but he wrestled Mankind instead that night. Austin with rights, but Vader brawled out to the rattlesnake early and hit a bear clap. Tried the Vader bomb, but Austin went to the top and hit him with a low blow. Stone Cold Steve Austin then hammers Vader in the corner. Reverse Irish whip into the corner. The ref is down. We go to a commercial with the referee back up. Vader covers Austin near fall after a lateral press and a big splash. Just a 2 count. Vader attempted to drop all his weight on Austin, but he moves out of the way and Vader ate the canvas. Then Austin comes off with the middle rope elbow and the double finger. Vader landed harder rights to Austin, but when they was eye to eye, JR says Austin's a better wrestler, but Vader's the better brawler. Well, back before Austin was the brawler, that's how he was looked at, as more of a technician. He was smaller. He put on muscle and became a brawler after this. So that's why he said Vader's a better brawler. Plus, Vader's known for his brawling with Cactus Jack and the like. This is before Austin really took that brawling style, of course. He got in his face when he was choking Austin. In the end, Stone Cold took it upside the ring, and he didn't like the referee's decision, so he stunned the ref. Not his decision, but he didn't like how the ref was calling the match. He stunned the ref out of nowhere. Vader threw him into the steps on the outside. Austin then reversed Irish whipped instead Vader into the steel steps, and then Vader won by DQ at 8:13 when the referee got back up, as he disqualified Austin for the stunner. This was good while it lasted. I gave it 2 stars. We see a preview of Thursday Raw Thursday, which normally I wouldn't review, but since this episode took place and Raw wasn't canceled, it was just moved towards Thursday, I'll still review it, and I'll compare the Thursday Raw Thursday with that Monday's Nitro. And so it's basically what I'm doing is next week's, this is the February 3rd Raw. Next week's February 10th Raw, it's just Nitro on February 10th. Raw is February 13th for Thursday Raw Thursday. So I'm going to compare Nitro from February 10th to the Raw on February 13th. And then when Raw and Nitro go back to Monday nights, February 17th, it'll just go back to normal. So I'm comparing. I would usually skip the show if it was canceled, but it's not canceled. It's just moved to Thursday. So for this one Raw, Thursday Raw Thursday, it's going to be compared to Nitro from a different night. So that's the only time in the Monday Night War reviews that I'm going to be doing that. So I just thought I'd explain that quickly. Savio Vega took on Flash Funk. Savio Vega was better as a heel in the Nation. It's a good stable and a good look for him. I didn't feel he was right as a face. He was too Rocky Maivia-like. Savio Vega took it to Flash Funk in the corner. Vega crashed and burned into a sunset flip attempt by Scorpio, which is Flash Funk. I just call him Scorpio time to time because that's how I know him. Flash missed the clothesline and Savio Vega with a side suplex. Funk takes Vega from the corner to corner with a side heel spin. Funk tried to get up and do a 450 splash, but instead just nailed a crossbody slam. Funk then signaled for the end and took down Savio in the ring and goes to the outside. But he hits a crossbody to the outside against some Nation members like D'Lo Brown, a very young D'Lo Brown. Savio Vega gets the victory after Flash Funk was distracted by the Nation members and hits him with a burning moonsault. Savio, as Flash Funk hit a moonsault and missed Savio, and Savio got the win after that at 4:21, rated the match a star. Bulldog and Owen defend their titles against Doug Furnas and Phil LaVon. These two teams have great chemistry. Furnas and LaVon are great in the ring. Bulldog and Owen are a great cohesive unit. They got the brawling from the Bulldog. You got the athletic aerial attack with Owen and technical ability. Then you got the power and strength and brute force of the Bulldog. They make such a great tandem. So them going against another team that are great in the ring, great technicians, and Furnas and LaVon, you get great chemistry from that. a suplex from the beginning. Owen with a crossbody from the corner into another near fall. LaFon with the DDT. LaFon pinned him, but Owen's leg was on the rope during this middle portion of the match. So the match continued because the referee saw Owen's leg on the bottom rope. Bulldog broke up the commotion. This was when Bulldog and Owen had their team was dysfunctional at the time. Owen putting his weight on as he leaves. Owen wanted to get the count on Furnace, but Furnace needed to make the hot tag to LaFon. Eventually, he made the hot tag, and he took it to Owen and the Bulldog. Owen thrown over the top rope to the floor. Bulldog into the corner. Jim Ross doesn't buy the fact that Owen and Bulldog are on the same page. In the end, Furnace and LaFon win by countout as Owen's knee seemed to hurt him. Bulldog thought that Owen was faking it because Owen fakes a lot of injuries as a heel. So Bulldog was mad at Owen that he couldn't get back in the ring because of his knee. Bulldog said Owen did it just to preserve the titles, and he wasn't happy with that. But Owen said, I'm legit hurt. I rated this match 3 stars and a quarter. It was a great match. It went 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Crush took on Goldust next. These two would meet at King of the Ring 97 in a singles match that was brutal. This match was a lot better, but it wasn't still that great for a Crush Goldust match. Crush is just very slow in the ring, and Goldust is not really over as a babyface yet. That was a new experiment at the time. Goldust with momentum hit a clothesline and then got a bulldog, got for 2 count. A running bulldog, not the British bulldog. Goldust with a curtain call. Vega distracted the official as he's part of the nation. Farouk dropped Goldust. Then Crush hit a heart punch to Goldust. In the end, he defeated him in 8:19. I rated it 1.5 stars. So yeah, if this is a lot better than their King of the Ring match, then their King of the Ring match must suck because I just gave this 1.5 stars. Vignette plays for the new Blackjacks. Then Vince introduced the new WWF champion, Shawn Michaels. He says that the belt has produced the bad in people. McMahon asks Shawn if he, even though he's in Bret country, if you can, and how he feels about Bret. And Shawn says, people hate me all the time. I'm used to it. He said, Bret, you can call yourself the best there is, the best there was, but you can't call yourself the WWF champion. Ooh, that has to sting Bret because he takes pride in being the champion. And Bret has it, had it in his contract. He had creative control, and he was going to get a rematch with Shawn at WrestleMania to take the title back, but Shawn came up with an injury, so that had to burn Bret. Bret calls him a coward. He calls him a punk. He says that he's a degenerate, and he says that Shawn, he's trying to like him, but he can't like him. And then Bret gives the belt back to Shawn, but throws it on the ground and sticks up the middle finger and leaves as the crowd cheer. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defends the IC title against the Wild Man Mark Mero. Hunter Hearst Helmsley with a waistlock, go behind Mero with a standing switch into a hammerlock, into a drop toe hold, into a front face lock, back into an armbar, then a wrist lock. Hunter Hearst Helmsley with a waistlock, go behind, and then another hammerlock. Amazing chain wrestling, if you can't tell, by Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Wild Man Mark Mero to start the match. I gave the match a 2.5 star rating. McMero came off the top of the Hurricane Road on DDT, but he missed it. Helmsley hit the pedigree. Mero had his foot on the ropes. And then the top rope was exposed, so the ref went to tie it, and from behind, Triple H grabbed brass knucks from his tights and hit Mero in the head to retain the title at 13:57. I rated the match 2.5 stars. Now we got The Undertaker and Ahmed Johnson taking on Farouk and Mankind in a no-holds-barred tornado tag. WWF took shots at WCW for saying their main events are going to finish on time, and they're young guys in their prime. A lot of tandem wrestling. What I mean by that is 2 sets of pairs. You had Farouk and Ahmed Johnson brawling, and then you had Taker and Mankind in another area of brawling. In the end, Taker hit Mankind with a steel chair, tombstone. This was all over the place and very physical. Ahmed had a 2x4. Vader comes back in and chases off Taker. So that's how it ended. Pretty chaotic, but with Taker and Ahmed Johnson getting the victory. Rated the match 2 stars and a quarter. Overall, I give this show a quality rating of 7 out of 10, with it being the first 2-hour Raw ever. It's significant in that fashion. It came from a dome. They had the collection of good, but not great, but good matches in Mero, Helmsley, LaFon, Furnace, Bulldog, and Owen, Austin, and Vader, plus the main event no DQ tag between Taker and Ahmed, Farouk, and Foley. Also, we had the first Bret-Shawn confrontation in a while. So that made it great as well. So 7 out of 10 I feel is a fair rating for this Raw. TV-wise, it drew a 2.6 to Nitro's 3.1. As I said, this is the Raw's 31st loss in a row. So overall, the scoreboard is 17, 49, and 2 from the Raw side. We'll see how Raw fares next week. I'm Brett Mix. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm out.